Welcome, friends of the Mike and George Experiment. Here I am, CenturyLink Field, to watch the Seahawks play the Vikings. Got a field pass from my cousins and my Uncle Rick. They got me out here, and we're excited. That's Sam and Mallory, and my Uncle Rick. So let's have a great football week. We'll see you later.
Two grown men, co-workers, football fans, zero expertise. Mike, George. Says there's nothing else on TV. Sit back, relax, and see what happens when two guys who work at the cable company steal 30 minutes of local access time while no one is looking on a channel that nobody's watching. This is the Mike and George Experiment.
Mike, it looked like you had a great time up there.
Had the best time. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, man, and all the stories you're telling us, I bet it was.
That I can't tell.
That we can't tell on the air, folks. But a couple things I want to mention before we get started, Mike. I wanted to thank everybody, all the fans, for the cards, letters, prayers, thoughts, and posts.
Welcome back. Good to have you here.
I'm doing well, and I appreciate all the thoughts. It must have worked. So I'm
now with
feeling
that
good.
bionic knee, can you slam dunk basketball now?
I can. It's got a little spring on it, Inspector Gadget type stuff. How do you hold a basketball anyway? That's how much basketball I play. Oh, and we got a lot of good feedback on our. I got a lot of feedback on our one LSU Tigers fans odyssey trying to find a restroom on a plane.
Right.
And that was hilarious.
So embarrassing.
Well, embarrassing, but Mark sent us an email and he said he gave it 4 stars. It was grossly hilarious.
It was. I hope we didn't offend you, but if we did, I hope you got a sense of humor about it.
I hope you do. Because, hey, there was some college.
There was some college, and look, let me just tell you, I got you a program. And there are some scratchers in there that they give away to the people at the game that buy the program. I haven't scratched them; they're all yours.
Okay.
And
scratch and sniff.
It was a lot of fun. But you're right. There was a lot of good college. And then last week we didn't have a show, so we haven't had an opportunity to talk about the LSU Alabama game. Wow,
that's right.
Wow, what an exciting game!
It was. I thought it was going to be. I thought LSU was going to maybe upend Alabama there for a while.
It looked like it. They definitely won the first half.
Right.
I mean, Alabama had a higher score, but LSU was really outplaying them.
They looked better.
Boy, when they came back and they did that fake punt,
right?
Everything got turned around, and Alabama looked sharp.
They did. A little bit sharper than on a subsequent game. Go ahead.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that soon.
But there were some good games this weekend. Georgia Tech 31, Clemson 55, Ohio State 60, Illinois 35, Michigan State 41, Nebraska 28, Georgia 38, Auburn 43.
I watched that game.
That was the game of the week.
That was one of the best games I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know that tipping it up in the end zone and letting them get the touchdown at the end. I mean,
that was incredible. Utah 21, Oregon 44, Texas Tech 34, Baylor 63, Syracuse 3, FSU 59. We could talk about that for a while.
We will.
Not that game, but the implications that they could be facing. Florida 14. How about South Carolina 19?
Yay. There were some upsets.
Then Alabama 20, Mississippi State 7, and Stanford 17, USC 20.
That was huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you pick up the polls today?
I did pick up the polls. And
why don't we just do the top 6?
We'll do the top 6. We'll do the top 6. Alabama, of course.
Yep.
Florida State.
Okay.
Ohio State. Sure, they at least celebrated 22-game win streak. You never hear about it for Ohio State. Baylor, Oregon, and Auburn, number 6.
Wow.
So
It's coming into focus.
Things could change.
It's looking good.
Yep.
Hey, why don't you come back after this break? I want to tell you more about my weekend, and we'll talk some more about college. So come on back.
See you then.
Welcome back. We want to thank our new sponsor, Nichols Gaming Parlor.
Gaming, yes.
Welcome to the show. And also First Community Bank, welcome to the show. George, we've got some college games coming up this weekend I want to cover real fast. There aren't a lot of good ones. In fact, I'll start with the bad ones.
Okay.
Chattanooga at Alabama, Idaho at FSU, and Indiana at Ohio State.
Okay.
Those should be all lopsided games, but we do have a couple good ones. Texas A&M at LSU.
That'll be a great game.
Cal at Stanford.
Yeah.
Missouri at Ole Miss. Come on, Ole Miss.
Oh, man.
Baylor at Oklahoma State should be a good game. And then the late game, Saturday night, USC at Colorado.
Good game. There's a couple of real good ones in there. I'd like to see the Texas A&M. I probably will, because all I'm doing is laying in bed.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, pretty much. So.
Hey, as we transition into the NFL, I want to tell you, being down on the field was fantastic. I got to see Russell Wilson, Adrian Peterson, Golden Tate, Earl Thomas, Richard Sullivan, Percy Harvin. I saw Pete Carroll.
He started, that was his first game back.
It was his first game back.
Percy Harvin, yeah.
And he looked fantastic. I also saw Kenny Mayne there, and I wanted to go up and talk to him, but he was on the phone the whole time.
Yeah,
but
he's a star now, so...
He's been a star.
He's with his
for a
agent.
while.
He's with his agent. Did you get me some more money?
Hey, I want to talk for a minute about last week's NFL games.
No, yeah, let's
Because,
talk a little bit about them.
yeah, we don't want to talk too much because it is kind of painful.
It is.
But the last 2 weeks...
I thought knee surgery was painful, but this is horrible.
Well, congratulations again to Matt. He went 11-4.
Really? Matt?
I went 9-6. You
Really?
went 8-8. So
Really?
we're real close.
I actually did 500. I didn't think I'd do it.
So here's
I'd do
our standings
Standings
to date.
up to now.
I'm 162.
And you don't look
100
a day,
wins, 62
day
losses.
over 30. Yeah.
You're 98-64.
Right there.
Matt is 109-53. So we did something different. You know, here we shoot Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
And we have to have our picks done for the show. But Matt, he's like the last guy to turn them in.
And we
at
give
the
him
office
our
pool.
picks.
So
and
Matt,
then
Matt did his picks tonight. So maybe we'll incorporate those two.
Yeah, I'll probably incorporate those into my picks is what
So
I'll do.
let's talk about
Okay, last week's game.
last week's games. How about the Chiefs and the Broncos?
Well, I picked the Chiefs, of course.
You did.
I did, but
And it was a good game.
Broncos showed me that their good offense beats a great defense. I mean,
Well, at home.
yeah, at home.
I don't know what's going to
They got
happen
another
when they
game.
play again
2 weeks,
in Kansas City.
Right, 2 weeks.
But Kansas City, they're not a fluke. They are a good team.
Right.
And, you know, when you play someone in your conference, typically you will split the games.
Right.
You'll win your home, they'll win their home game. It'd be interesting to see if that's what happens now, because I think that they held Peyton Manning to 21 fantasy points.
Oh, poor
He
Mike.
only threw for one touchdown.
Yeah, he didn't do great, but I think
He fumbled the ball.
I think his knee or his ankle was still bothering him a bit, I think.
Yeah, but he didn't get sacked once.
No, that's great. I
Yeah.
mean, because Kansas City has one of the best sacking teams.
Do you have an opinion on the Monday night game, how it concluded with the
No, I didn't see the
call
game,
that
but I
got
heard
retracted?
that was the Saints,
Saints? No, it was the Panthers, Patriots.
Patriots, right.
In Carolina.
Right, I remember. I heard about it. I didn't get to see it, but I heard a lot about it on the rags and all that stuff.
Well,
what did you think?
I thought it was a bad call.
But they went back and didn't they look at it again and
Yeah, I mean, when I
again
say
and
it was a
again?
bad call, I mean they were right to not call it pass interference. But there should have been a penalty there, and they missed that penalty. But you can't go back and say, hey, we're going to enforce this penalty.
They'll come out this week and say, yeah, we were wrong. But,
they kind of blew that
right.
for you don't know if they would have gotten it on the next play. But, I mean, I'm glad it happened. I don't like seeing the Patriots
win.
And it's nice seeing Cam Newton, sort of step up. I mean, I think they've won 6 games in a row now.
They're huge.
All right. Well, let's talk about this week's games.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Okay, we've got a couple we want to cover. We're not going to cover all of them, but the Thursday night game is New Orleans at Atlanta.
And you can't even call them Hot Atlanta anymore. It's going to be New Orleans.
Yeah, I agree. So. Your Chargers are traveling to Kansas City to play the Chiefs, just coming off their first loss of the year against the Broncos.
Number 1, it's hard to win in Kansas City. Number 2, San Diego is not looking good this year, so I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Okay, so am I. How about the Jets going to Baltimore?
That's my upset. This is the week the Jets, every other week they win, and this is the week they're supposed to win. So I'm going with the Jets this week.
That wouldn't surprise me. I'm going with Baltimore, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Jets did win.
Got a couple more to cover here.
All right,
Indianapolis, Arizona.
That's my upset of the week. I'm taking Indianapolis.
I'm taking
Arizona's favored
also.
by a point.
Game of the week, Denver at New England.
Absolutely. And I'm taking Denver.
Denver, me too. And Monday night, San Francisco at Washington.
Got to take San Francisco.
I do too.
All right, come on back.
We'll see you soon.
Hey, welcome back.
Hey, I have something to say.
Say it.
Can I say it? Okay, hey, St. Peter's, all the nurses there were great. They were all football fans, and I know they'll be watching, so I just wanted to shout out to everybody. Thanks for your good service, and watch our show. And now, I have an email for you, Mike.
Okay.
This is the special email. Somewhere in his heart of hearts, this is from Jason, by the way.
Okay.
Heart of hearts is job security now the top water cooler topic in Washington, and his relationship with Robert Griffin III always in question. Do you think Mike Shanahan has buyer's remorse about that blockbuster trade to move up a few spots and draft a quarterback? Could the Redskins still have made the postseason, say, last year with Kirk Cousins, and saved those draft choices and drafted somebody else? And the last part of the question
is... He didn't orchestrate that blockbuster pick.
I understand, but whoever did, maybe buyer's remorse is setting in. I don't know. And will Shanahan get a 5th year with the Skins to make it right?
Well, I don't know. I think he's probably on the hot seat. Yes. I think they're in the running for the race to the next draft pick or the first draft pick.
No, my Chargers are going to win that. Come on.
No, they're not. They're not even going to be close. It's going to be, I don't know. We still have several games left.
Right.
We're only in week 12 of 16. We're not going to make the playoffs.
Really?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. All right. It's going to be tough.
I mean the Redskins.
You'll probably go there and watch the playoffs, but the Redskins won't be there.
No, I'm not going.
You're not going? Okay. Well, what about if they had gone with Kirk Cousins?
I think Kirk Cousins is good. I think when he's out there, he does a good job.
He does.
I think they've got a lot of talent. I just think that maybe they pushed things too hard, too fast, didn't pull them out when they should have, and they had a lot more recovery time that they needed to go through. But
do you think that affected?
Overall, I think they're a good franchise, but when you're a good, you're a $1 billion franchise like that, you don't make stupid mistakes like that. And
do you think that affected the attitude between RG3 and Shanahan?
I don't know. I'm sure 20 years from now somebody will write a book, but it certainly didn't help.
Right. Well, since Shanahan didn't pull the trigger on that, I guess there is something to be said. Shanahan, do you think he'll be back next year?
I do.
Okay. Jason, I guess that answers your question.
Thanks for writing in, Jason.
Jason, yeah.
Hey, when you do want to write in, our email address is themgexp@gmail.com. We love getting emails from our viewers. So, there you go.
Mike, it was a good week. It was a good week. A convoluted week, but
you know what? We had. I'm going back to the Seattle thing, but the fans, they're
very
amazing,
rabid?
and it is so loud there. They always talk on TV about how loud it is.
Right.
It's
you don't realize it till you go there.
Surprisingly, it'll surprise you how loud it is.
Then they had like the loudest stadium in the world, Guinness Book of World Records there until I think Kansas City outdid them this year or something. So it's
just
amazing.
really loud.
It's got to be really loud. So
a lot of fun too.
A lot of fun. Well, you look like you were having fun. Looked like you might have had a Nichols beer or two and stuff.
Come on back, watch this message, will you?
Thanks. Welcome back.
Hi.
And we forgot to do Matt's picks.
Right, I'll do them right now. Matt took the Saints for Thursday night. He took the Kansas City Chiefs, as did we. He and I both took Baltimore.
Okay, big mistake.
Took Arizona.
Big mistake.
He took Arizona.
Could happen, Matt. Could happen. It really could.
And the game of the week, he went with Denver, and for the Monday night, he also took San Francisco. So we're
not too bad. We're already a game behind.
What about Ava?
Ava, Alabama over Chattanooga, LSU over Texas A&M, Saints over Falcons, Kansas City over Chargers, and her upsets are Ole Miss over Missouri, and Jaguars over Texans.
Ooh, interesting pick.
Good, Ava. It's always fun.
Good
always
luck,
fun.
Ava.
And good luck to you, Matt.
All right. All right, so what are we doing now?
You, Mike. I don't know. What are we doing, Mike? I think it's time for something.
George's True False Shootout. All right.
Well, let's go right to the Georges, Mike. Mike and George's.
Hey, wait a minute. Before you do that.
Well, why don't you tell me? Go ahead.
I shouldn't know.
Go ahead.
But this show is going to air Friday, and then our next show will air the following Friday. But we're going to have a holiday in between there. We're going to have Thanksgiving. So here are the games that are going to happen on Thanksgiving
Day. You want to make a quick pick on them just for fun?
There aren't any good college games that day.
Okay.
But there are some terrific NFL games. 10:30 Mountain Time on Fox. The Packers at the Lions.
Good game. I'm going to pick the.
That is going to be a good game.
I'm still going to pick the Lions, but
I am too this year.
Matt. Lions. He's picking the Lions too. And he's not
CBS 2:30 Mountain Time. The Raiders at the Cowboys.
Got to go Cowboys on that one.
I think I will too, but
wouldn't surprise me.
That's going to be a good game.
Wouldn't surprise me. Matt.
And then Matt, no pick. Okay.
No, nothing from Matt.
NBC 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time.
I see what he does. He waits till the games are over and picks.
The NBC game is the Steelers at the Ravens. That'd be nice if it's snowing there.
Ooh, that'd be cool. Just
I'm going to take the Ravens for that.
I'm taking the Steelers.
Good for you.
The Steelers. All right. So it's time for the
George's Shootout. All right.
Only one gun tonight, folks. All right. Gary Kubiak of the Texans needs to stick with Case Keenum even when Matt Schaub is healthy.
True.
And he means it, folks. So
I think that's true. I mean, he's doing pretty well. He's a hometown favorite.
Right, exactly.
And Schaub, just
he hasn't done the job.
Get healthy, and
done the job.
He
hasn't done the job. I think Kubiak, if he brings Matt Schaub back in, I think Kubiak's cutting his own throat.
He may be gone anyway.
Right,
but we'll wait and see.
But if he keeps Case, he has a case, no pun intended, for the following year if he sticks with Keenum.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Number 2, we've got. I like Pittsburgh's chances of overtaking the Bengals in their division.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, maybe they have good chances, but I don't agree that it will happen. I think that this is going to be Cincinnati's year.
You think so?
For that.
What week
division.
to be the division? Okay. Well, I will say that Cincinnati is so Jekyll and Hyde that could happen. I'm
That's
not
true,
saying
but
it
so
will.
is Pittsburgh.
So, but they seem to be ascending at the right time.
2 weeks ago, the true false shootout question was, so and so is, taking the lead.
Ben
in the
Roethlisberger
race.
should be assassinated.
No, but
Right.
that
No,
they
I
were
agree
gonna
with you.
they were
Oh, I agree.
gonna maybe win the race for first pick in the draft.
Exactly.
And now they win one
now
game.
they won
games.
2. They're looking, and Roethlisberger is looking a whole lot better now. Okay, last but not least, another quarterback, Josh McCown, the 34-year-old veteran, should remain a quarterback even when our friend crybaby Cutler comes
Yeah,
back.
I agree.
I do too. I think he's doing good for them. He's won 2 games in a row. Cutler's been inconsistent. He's been hurt.
Yeah.
And I don't like Cutler anyway.
People lose
so
their
that's
job
good.
all the time.
That's right.
It makes the NFL better. Hey,
It does.
Don't lose your job.
Right. Do better.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. If you want to send us an email,
Yeah, speaking
you
of
can
which.
send it to themgexp@gmail.com. You can check out our episodes on Facebook, on YouTube, and on altitude.tv. Click the About Us tab and click on Affiliate Corner, and there we are.
It's pretty cool.
And
It
we'll
is.
get caught up with the email next week.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen,
are we done?
we're done.
Oh my
Have a
God!
great football week. Cheers.
And same to you.
Welcome back.
It's great to be back.
The Bionic Man.
Oh God! I'm supposed to do that.